What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Shout Dog coming at you with another My Team video. Now, in my last video, I said I wanted to get out of the AC, but it's big changes in online gameplay this year, man. There are actually 9 seeds in this game, so I actually got out of the 9 seed, and now I'm currently in the 8 seed, and this is my first game in the AC. And as you can see, I have a guy that has a pretty good lineup. It was better than the lineup that I faced before. And you see, he has Kyrie Irving and Monte Ellis. He has Al Jefferson, LaMarcus Aldridge, Paul Pierce. I mean, he has a pretty good squad. So I said, good. You know, I finally get a good game in and get somebody with a squad that's, you know, at least decent. But you see right here, you already know we're going into the post to start the game off to Hakeem. And you see double teaming Hakeem, but Hakeem still gets that up and under the goal. Now, I mean, in this game, you're going to see them double team Hakeem a lot. You see right here, there's Darren Williams going to the rack for the easy smash. But they're going to double team Hakeem a lot in this game. But, you know, we make them pay for it. And playing in the AC right now, I mean, I could tell the difference as far as, you know, the shots that you hit. So even though it's still the 8 seed, I mean, some of the shots that I was hitting in the 9th seed, I wasn't knocking down in this game, so that was good to see. You see right here, we get it down into Hakeem again, and Hakeem is wide open. Well, that was Serge Ibaka, but Hakeem still knocked down that wide open jumper. So not only am I getting in the post with Hakeem, I'm knocking down mid-range jumpers with him. You see, we get this shot over to Melo. Melo missed that wide open shot. Paul George get the offensive rebound. We have to pass it back out because, I mean, we're not trying to force anything. Get it out to D. Will. He missed the shot. Ibaka gets that offensive rebound. Get it back out to Melo. He finally knocks down the elbow jumper from the free throw line. So you see right here, he's that's Ibaka, man, and Ibaka get that on ball still. I was really looking for them to call a foul on that, but my salary right now to play the games, it was $900. It has went up to $1,200 because I have put some signature skills on my players, and you know, I didn't put signature skills on everybody, just, you know, 4 players out of everybody. I said, you know, once I advanced to another seed, I knew I was going to see better teams. So, you know, I gave Serge Ibaka, you know, defensive anchor, and I gave Carmelo. What did I kill Melo? I gave Melo 4th quarter, and I gave, for my bench, David West, I gave him defensive anchor also. So, you know, I'm just trying to still get a feel for my team. But that's the end of the first quarter. We have the lead right now, about 10 at the time to end off the first quarter. So we going into the second. I'm bringing in my bench. This guy, I don't remember seeing him, you know, substitute that much. But you see that fading to the right. You know, that shot is, you can still hit that shot in this year's game. So you see right here, I'm calling for the post up, but it was kind of hard getting the post up because this guy was double teaming me the whole time. You see, I get it down into him, but he leaves Ty Lawson wide open. So, you know, I'm taking my time, and if you're going to double team me, I'm going to get it out to the open man. So Ty Lawson did real good. The AI, he played that real good by cutting to the basket and getting that layup. You see right here, he has the ball, playing good on ball D, but I jump a little bit too early. Brook Lopez, he tried to, you know, Robin Lopez, he tried to get that block, but just didn't work out for him. You see, I'm calling the play right here. This is going to Kyle Korver. And Kyle Korver is a real good pickup. He's a bronze player, so if you can get Kyle Korver, that, you know, he's a real good shooter. Of course, you just can't get him. You have to get him in a pack, which is good because now in my team, you just can't go and purchase players, which is, I love that you can't just go and purchase anybody that you want. You have to work with the people they give you in the pack. So here we go. We're calling another play. This play has to go to Kyle Korver also. Didn't like my spacing. Took my time, got it down into Robin Lopez, and he gets that and one. So, I mean, just in this year's game, it's all about, and you see, that's his 4th foul. Now, how do you let LaMarcus Aldridge get 4 fouls and only in the second quarter? And I can tell you how he got the fouls, because he couldn't hold Hakeem at all, and he was just fouling me when I was in the post with Hakeem. And that's why Hakeem had like 10 first quarter points, but you know, a lot of his points came from the free throw line. So you have one of your best post players, just one of your best players, period, in foul trouble already in the second. You still don't take him out of the game. So you see right here, we're taking our time, trying to see what we have. David West goes to the basket with the layup. And it just feels good that you don't see a lot of, you know, flashy dunks in this game. It only happens when it makes sense. You know, if they're wide open, or it's none of that. You just driving to the basket and they doing 360s and shit for no reason. You know, so I mean, just taking my time in this game. You see Hakeem Elijah, you just can't leave Hakeem open like that. I'm just, you know, just seeing what my opponent is giving me. That's what I'm doing. If I'm not calling plays, I'm still taking my time and seeing what he's giving me. You see right here, I don't know how he hit that shot. I played like perfect defense right there. I don't know how he knocked that shot down, but sometimes it happens that way. You see right here, I'm calling for the post up again, and he know the ball is going to Hakeem, but you know it's going to him, but can you do anything about it? No, you cannot. And LaMarcus all just fouls out the game. Like, really, dude? How can you let LA foul out the game that early? So, you know, Hakeem gets that and one. And like I said, Hakeem in my hands is unfair. And I'm loving Hakeem Olajuwon. And I mean, all the players that I have now, you know, because I got into my team late. And when I did get into my team in 2K14, you know, I opened up a lot of packs, but I didn't get anybody at all. So my team now is like real new to me, and it's like real refreshing because I'm playing with players that I never had a chance to play with online. The only time I really played with Hakeem was in you know, 2K11 when I was doing the Jordan moments or whatever. And you know, not even Jordan moments, but when you had like the superstars and you can, you know, play with Jordan and Larry Bird and Hakeem Olajuwon, and I was doing like those little, I forgot what they call them because it was in 2K11, but that's the end of the first half. We have a 10-point lead. We had a 10-point lead at the end of the first quarter, a 10-point lead at the end of the second quarter. So that was the only time I really got to play with Hakeem, but I never had a chance to play with him online. So this is still all new to me. You see, we get that alley to Paul George, and I'm loving my team right now. Of course, it's a stacked team, and if you're taking the ball out under the rim, then you know you have to get it. If you have a good man like Hakeem Olajuwon, just get it down into him and see what happens. That's what I did. You know, I don't know why he shot this long ass shot with Paul Pierce. But we get it out on the break. I'm calling for the post up again. I know the double team is coming, but I'm going to take my time. You see right here, he plays. He gives me a little angle to spin off of him and go to the rim. So Al Jeff gets that goaltending call, but it's really just about taking your time, man. If you're not a player, right here we get a wide open dunk. For some reason, D. Will love that reverse dunk on this year's game. But if you're not a player that like to call plays, I feel like you should call plays. But if you're just not the type that you feel like it's just waste your time, I don't feel like you have to call plays necessarily. I feel like you just have to just survey what's going on the court. You really just have to peep what your opponent is giving you, and I guess you can just take advantage from there. But if you're not the type that call plays, it still can work out for you, but it's just different, as in you just can't roll to the rim and terrible and get these 360 dunks with 5 people down there waiting for you. So I know I said in my videos before that you have to call plays on here. You don't necessarily have to call plays, but you do have to take your time most of the game. And that, I mean, even that's good. You don't, I mean, I don't have a problem with people that don't call plays, but you know, you're just not terrible and up and down the court and going to the rack and just trying to get all these flashy dunks. And that's good that they don't have it in this game. You see right here, I'm getting it to Hakeem. They double team Hakeem. I'm getting back out to D. Will. So, I mean, I'm making them pay for that. You double teaming Hakeem, and my team is too good right now for you to be double teaming anybody, to be leaving anybody wide open. I mean, even myself, I don't care if I'm playing against an all-bronze team. I'm not double teaming anybody. I'm going to just try to rely on my own ball defense and try to get the stop that way. So right here, we calling the play. Get it out to Melo. We waiting for our play to develop. It was pretty much a pick and roll play, but I said I'm gonna just go ahead and get them in the post.
Covering. Shot clock at 6. Anthony.
And we get Paul Pierce in the post. There's nothing you can do with a bully like Melo in the post. So even though I'm not, you know, going through with the plays, I'm still making something happen on the offensive possession. So right here we're trying to play some on-ball D against Al Jeff, and that's exactly what we do, man. We get the charge on them. I didn't even try to draw that charge, really. You know, sometimes the computer just give you that call, but I was really just trying to D them up, but they gave me the charge, so I'm not fussing about it at all. See right here, we calling the post play again to Hakeem. Is anything you can do with him? Nah. And I'm not just doing the cheesy up and under. And even though the up and under was addressed, I mean, you can't abuse it in this game because it don't work all the time like it does in 2K13. So you really have to learn different post moves to get into the basket. And right there, you know, he didn't call the double team, so I said I'm gonna just spin off of him. Not really spin off of him, but I'm gonna face him up and just go to the rack. You see right here, he's just leaving players wide open, so I'm making them pay. Not calling any plays. It's coming down to the end of the third quarter. So we're just playing a real good game. We're playing real good defense. I mean, we have a pretty good lead going into the fourth quarter. I'm going to bring my bench in. But, I mean, this year I'm just loving the gameplay of 2K14 online. And my team, for it to be in the 8th seed, and I'm really complimenting the way that the gameplay is in the 8th seed. You know, going down into like the 5th and the 4th, I'm pretty sure it's going to get a whole lot harder. But, you know, hopefully, you know, the gameplay gets a whole lot better also. You see right here, Kyle Korver. I don't know why when I call that play, he was like 5 feet behind the three-point line, but I, you know, drove it in and got an easier shot. So I'm going to Kyle Korver right now again. I'm calling this play for him again because I'm loving Kyle Korver and his shot. And right here, this is a play in the New York playbook. It was called the New York Cutter. So that play looks very familiar to me. So I get that play to go. So that was that's just good, you know, me just slowing down and playing good basketball. He's throwing a full court pass for a dunk, which I don't mind at all because he's down big right now. I was calling this for Kyle Korver again. And I mean, just playing good basketball and using your team's strength to your advantage and calling plays, I feel like it's going to work for you a whole lot more in this year's game. So that's why I encourage everybody. I hate that they took out, you know, the practice mode for plays. That was very dumb. But, I mean, I encourage everybody, just go in and run a couple plays, learn your playbook. You just run a scrimmage. Just go in and learn some plays, man, because, I mean, this year, since the defense is so good, I mean, learning plays and running off of screens to get wide open, you can't get no better than that. You see right here. And you see that animation where Kyrie, he was trying to double team Hakeem, but Hakeem was a bigger man than him, so once he did that turnaround jumper, Kyrie pretty much just, you know, just flew off of him because he was way too big for him. So it's good to see that animation. I don't know if that was a flop or if Hakeem was just too big for him when he did that turnaround. It was just, you know, his weight just made him fall, but it's just good to see. Outside Irving. And you see, that's just me playing bad off ball. That was me playing bad on ball. Then, you know, me jumping way too early. See right here again, you know, the little stutter step, no up and under, just a little stutter step fake to let you know that I am going to the paint and going for the hook. But that's the end of the game, man. That was the first game in the AC. We're trying to hurry up, get out the AC so we can go to the 7, so we can get better gameplay from, you know, different players. And of course, once you advance to different seeds, as you can see now, you go up against better players and better teams. So that was just a good game for my team, and right now we stand 4-0 as far as my team goes. I didn't really want to record the 9th seed rather, because I mean it really wasn't no reason to. But you see Hakeem is a player of the game. You see him knocking down mid-range jumpers. I mean the game and just playing good, and Hakeem is just a beast, man, and him in my hands is unfair. And my team this year is just new and refreshing for me because I haven't had the chance to play with none of these players. So that's why I'm not feeling bad about, you know, if my team is stacked, I ain't tripping at all. I'm not feeling bad about nothing. I know some people say, you know, look at his team and look at yours, but he had a pretty good squad. He had a very good squad compared to what I was playing in the 9th seed. But, you know, all of these players that I'm playing with now, these are new to me. So, I mean, it's right now my team is fun. Without all the cheese, my team is fun. You having to take your time, it's fun to me. I love playing the slow game. That's my type of game. So, you see the... You know, just the assists that we had, how many assists that we just, and that's just calling plays pretty much, or them coming and double teaming me and I'm passing it off to the open man. So, I mean, Sim Nation, we in this, we're going to be a problem to deal with. I'm having fun, that's the main difference, so I'm playing better since I'm just having fun. But it's your boy Show Dog, I'm signing out, more videos to come.